Hey everyone, okay, so today I'm going to be sharing with you the straight line technique. Now the straight line technique is a very good technique for those of you with hooded eyes, very hooded eyes, or downward turned eyes. It also works for other eye shapes, but it's specifically used for the hooded and downturned eyes because it lifts the eye and gives the illusion that the hooded part of the eye, which is normally sort of this section here, recedes away from you and lifts up and out, which tends to be what we want with hooded eyes. Now the tutorial's coming next, so you can sit there and watch and hopefully learn, so pick up some brushes and get going. The main principles behind the straight line technique is whenever you do crease work or socket work, as it's called, what comes up goes down. With a hooded eye or a downturned eye, this area is already coming down. So anytime you socket, you're bringing that area down. You don't want that. What we want is to lift it up and out, to pull it out, to lift it up, to give you the illusion of a more lifted eye, more space with the actual lid, but just to create the illusion that the eyes are turned up and not turned down. So follow the tutorial, see what you think. It's a pretty cool technique. It's a very simple one. You can use it freehand or with a stencil, like a piece of tissue, something like that. It's completely up to you. Let me know what you think, and I hope you enjoy it. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you all soon. Bye. Okay, so what you're going to do is find the highest point of your eye, which is just above the pupil. This is a guideline. So I'm just showing this demonstration before we start. I'm going to be using the Modernist palette by Hourglass. What I'm going to do, because we're dealing with hooded eyes and downturned eyes, is I'm actually going to start from the lower lash line. And this helps give me a guideline of how far out to bring the eyeshadow, as you'll see. So I'm applying the first shade to the bottom lash. Now I'm applying a dot at the highest point of my eye, where my eye is open. This is going to give me a guideline. Now I'm going to use a tissue here. After you do this technique enough, you won't need to use a tissue, but this is just for placement. Place it on the outside corner of where you put that lower colour. Now you're going to draw a straight line from the dot that you've just created on the top lid, straight the way out, right the way out. So you're reaching your guideline and it's a completely straight line. It's very important that this line is straight and it does not curve down. If anything, it can curve up, but never down. So you can see the line is completely parallel. Now you're going to fill in this space with colour. So just fill in those outside corners, but remember the line is straight, it's never going to curve down. That's only going to emphasize the fact that the eye is hooded or the eye is downturned. So just fill in that space and remove the template. Now we're not going to leave this harsh edge, but first we're going to apply some colour just to the brow bone area. Now we're going to blend that colour. The reason I've removed the stencil for blending is so we don't leave a hard line. We want the edge to be soft, so we need to blend this. So I'm blending it in with a blending brush, and all these brushes are available in the description bar below. Now we're going to extend it up and out so it reaches the tail of the brow. But we're doing this very softly. We just want to take away that really sharp edge and leave behind that slightly upturned eye that we've just created. So by having that straight line, we're no longer creating that downward turn that can happen as we get older with the eyes. I'm applying a light shadow to the inner corner of the eye, moving it in as we go along, and then I'm taking that same shadow and just going back along the lash line. You want to curl the lashes really well and then apply mascara. Give this technique a few goes and then you can remove the template and you'll be able to do it with your eye open straight away. This just lifts and opens the eyes and is an amazing tutorial and way to do hooded eyes and downturned eyes. It's a great way. Applying concealer and that will complete the look. So you can see the eye has that slight wing to it, that slight cat effect, and it will lift up downturned eyes.